Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Ruffalo Reads. So today I thought it would be fun to finally sit down and do the What's on My Kindle video. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this is one of my most prized possessions. It's my Kindle. My fiance got it for me for Christmas last year. I think it was last year. And it is an awesome, so it's a subscription service baseline, and you can there's different versions of it. There's the Kindle Paperwhite, Kindle Oasis, and then I can't remember the other one. But it's $9.99 a month, and you can fill this little baby up to 20 books and swap them out as you please. There's a ton of indie published romance on here, which is amazing because I feel like otherwise sometimes they're hard to find. And yeah, I love it. So currently I have this completely full, and I don't return more than I have to at a time, so this has been full for like months and months. So I thought it would be fun, after saying all of that, to go through and show you what's actually on my Kindle. What books do I actually have downloaded on there? And yeah, I think that if you're a reader and you don't mind ebooks, you like them, this is a really awesome thing to have in your collection or in your home. It's really, really convenient, especially for trips, if you have long road trips at all, even airplane trips, I guess. I just am saying long road trips because I'm just terrified of flying. But any trips there, it's amazing. You're not carrying, you're carrying around 20 books or however many books in this little baby, like this little nugget. And you can, so as long as you have them downloaded, you're good to go, but you need to be on Wi-Fi in order to actually download them. But once they're on there, once they're in your library, you're good to go. So I think that this is well worth the money, and yeah, I would highly recommend grabbing a Kindle if you don't already have one. And if you didn't know about all the perks and benefits of having one, hopefully that helped you a little bit. So let's get into the book. All right, so I had to scroll down to the bottom to get to the beginning because, some of these have been on here. Oh God. Some of these have been on here for a bit too long probably. So let's do this. So the first one I have on here is The Silent Patient by Michaelitis. This is a thriller novel that I read, God, I don't even know how long ago now. And I enjoyed it. I can't remember the star rating I gave it. I think maybe it was a 4 stars for me. His second book, The Maidens, not so much. But it was good. It was intriguing. It was about this woman who was accused and found guilty of murdering her husband, and ever since then she's in a psych ward hospital basically, and she does not speak anymore. She doesn't say a singular word. And then we're following a therapist that works there named Theo, who's kind of obsessed with her and her case, and weasels his way into working with her. And of course there's twists and turns. It's a thriller. It's fun. I would recommend it. If that sounds interesting, then pick it up. Next one is Layla from Colleen Hoover. This was such a fun and crazy book. It's a paranormal romance, I guess. It's just nothing like you would expect. It's nothing that I expected. It's nothing that I've ever read before, I feel. It's pretty unique in my opinion, and it was just a wild, fun ride, honestly. So yeah, that one was 4 stars, I think, maybe 5, I don't remember. Then we have, oh my God, the bane of my existence. I swear to God. Okay, I don't remember what I rated this finally on Goodreads. However, the book is A Little Life by Hanya Yanigahara, and I would not recommend this book. And that's not because it's bad or it's poorly written or anything like that, but it is because the content matter, the subject matter of the book is trauma porn to me. And I know that, that might be like a clickbaity thing to say, or people's reviews is like, oh, this is trauma porn. But seriously, I get that people have tragedies, and sometimes somebody's life is way more traumatic than the next person. However, the amount of trauma that this one character goes through is just insane and unfathomable and ridiculous. And it's not only hard to, some points, so this is on my Kindle, but it's on Audible, so that's why it's on there, because it's through Amazon. So Audible, Kindle, it's all kind of connected. If I did not have the audio version of this during certain parts, I doubt I would be able to read it. I just remember laying in bed at night listening to certain scenes in this book and just being like, oh my God, what am I reading? Like, it is too intense. And I think there was a period of time on YouTube where a lot of people were recommending it, and then finally it came to the point where certain people were like making whole videos just reading this, and they were like, you know, people should not just be recommending this willy-nilly. Like, this is not an okay book, and I highly agree. I think that you need to really look into the trigger warnings for this and really know what you're okay with, and like really try to understand if that's something that you want to put yourself through. Now, this author does have a new book that came out somewhat recently. It's called Something in Paradise. I can't remember, I'm sorry. But I have no interest in it. And I know that it's not similar, but I know the style of writing, they like to go deep into a character and just stick with them rather than like a plot line, I think, which I do love. I do like that actually a lot of the time, but I'm not interested in a book just making me feel bad. Like, I want to feel sad and heartbroken, but I don't want to feel bad, if that makes any sense. I don't know, but pick up at your own risk. That's all I gotta say. All right, scrolling up, we have Sweet Dandelion by Macaulaya Smeltzer, and this one I definitely read because of Mickey from Oh Hey It's Mickey, so I will link her channel down below somewhere, either in the description box or in the comments. And I don't fully know how I feel about this one still to this day. Like, it definitely has still sat with me. So did I listen to this one? Yeah, I think I listened to this one. So I definitely want to go back and read it physically, because sometimes I think listening definitely does alter how I can feel about a book, whether negatively or positively. But this definitely has stuck with me, the subject matter and what was talked about. So I do want to reread it. Now, that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy it. I did really enjoy it. There were certain parts that did definitely bother me. So it is a student-teacher relationship. He is the guidance counselor. She just experienced a traumatic event, which was a school shooting where her mom died because her mom was the school nurse or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was a really long book, really focused on character development and relationship development and personal development. And I think that it was written really well. I just think that there were certain hangups for me mentally to where I was like questioning if this is okay for me. I don't know. But that's why I definitely want to give it a reread, because the writing was really good and I'd love to read more from Macaulaya Smeltzer for sure. I definitely have The Confidence of Wildflowers on my wish list. So if there's anything else from her also that you can think of, please let me know, because I'd love to try more from her. Because like I said, I did absolutely love her writing. So, all right, moving on. Also, sorry for the lighting in this video if it's bothering you. I'm so sorry. I only have this ring light and I have non-reflective glasses. However, when I turn them on, you can fully see, like, hold on, like, I'm not doing that. So we're just gonna have to roll with it. So the next actually 5 books on here are the Mind F series. And I don't know where else you would get these. I think you can buy a bind up of all of them off Amazon, but otherwise I don't know how you would ever hear about or see this or get this book. And I think that being able to just download all 5 of them and read them on your Kindle rather than having to buy a full paperback or buy each individual book is such a great deal and a great incentive even just for that, to get this, because the Mind F series is so fun, so twisty, so crazy and raging. Like, you really vote and stand for Lana, who's the main girl character. She's been horribly wronged as a young child, and she is seeking her revenge, and she will get it, and she does get it, and it is amazing. Now, the main love interest guy, crickets. All right, next on my list, and I hope this doesn't make anybody upset, because I can't remember if I've ever heard anybody talk about this, but I definitely know the author's name, and it's Ilsa Madden Mills' The Revenge Pact. And I just thought that this was so juvenile and stupid. It was a new adult, I think, sports romance, like football. And yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to say about it because literally don't remember anything about it. And it was before I started my booktube channel, so I wasn't like being as diligent with like reviews or remembering things or taking notes or anything. So sorry about that. All I remember is that it was definitely forgettable. So next on the list, next on my Kindle, sorry, not on the list, is Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. And despite one cringy, like, gynecological scene, this was an amazing book. And I think I rated it 4 stars or 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the writing. So this followed our main girl character and a guy character from when they're young and in high school. They meet whenever she or both of them are kind of trying to attempt suicide. suicide, so know that going in, I guess. That's a big trigger warning. So they don't go through with it. They make this pact to meet there once a year on this day and kind of check in with each other mentally, see how their year's going, see how they're mentally doing, and to not, you know, go through with that and those thoughts. So they connect, but they agree to not kind of interact with each other the rest of the school year, or the rest of the year, I guess. So it ends fatefully for our male character. Then we kind of fast forward and we see the main female character, how she's doing in her life currently, her dynamic with her sister, and she meets our hero, who is the older brother of the main male character or not the main male character, but the first male character who committed suicide. And this is their love story, and it's very hard to navigate. It takes a long time. It's beautifully built, and they both have their own developments to go through, and they both have their own struggles with feeling attracted and pulled towards each other, obviously, because it kind of feels like a betrayal on both of their parts. And our male character is also dealing with his father, who has an addiction problem. So it is just so good. And at the center of this also, we're uncovering a novel that the first male character had written when he was still alive, that she, the main female character, is trying to get published with, you know, everybody's go ahead, say so. So it was really fun, and I'd highly recommend it. I loved reading this on Kindle, and yeah, the cover's pretty, so pick it up. Next book I read for the Out of Bounds book club. This was their first book, I believe. It was Beautiful Sinner by Sarah Kate, and we all love Sarah Kate. So this was a priest romance, and it was based in Ireland, I think. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Ireland, and it was really cute and really fun. It was a little bit frustrating at times, and I definitely wouldn't rate it highly. However, I don't regret reading it, and I think that it's worthwhile. So if you're interested in a priest romance in Ireland, I think there's a surprise pregnancy trope, actually, pick it up. Next are books I haven't read. So these have been on my Kindle for a while, however, I have not read them yet, and that's the Cat and Mouse duet, I believe. It's the Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline. I don't know the right order. I'm just saying what they are. But yeah, by H.D. Carlton. So I am very interested in those. I know that the Out of Bounds book club was just reading I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a her or him. Their other book that just came out. I can't remember. I didn't get around to reading that one, which I felt so sad about, but I'm like currently reading like 5 different books. Like, it's not okay. So moving on, we will eventually get to those. I've heard nothing but good things, so we'll see about that. Then we have Ruthless Creatures by J.T. Geisinger. So this was the first book in her Mafia series. I loved that series. I highly recommend. I've talked about it a couple times on my channel. I definitely love the second book the best, which is Carnal Urges. Then we have the dreaded Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I'm not going there again. I didn't like it. I don't know. A lot of people recommend it, so if you are into it, then check out their videos. I definitely do not recommend it. I did not like it. Sorry. Then we have Elle Kennedy's The Mistake. This is the second book in the Off-Campus series. It's actually like right behind me. And that one was my favorite. I loved it the most, and it was really cute. It was a hockey new adult romance series, so pick it up on Kindle if you are into that. Then we have a couple of Cassie Mints on here. So Thin Ice and Cold Wood. Those are the ones that I actually loved. So she writes little novellas, and the Thin Ice was like an ice skating one, and Cold Wood was like a Red Robin Hood retelling, so really cute. Then we have another book that I have not gotten to yet, and that's J.T. Geisinger's Savage Hearts, and this is the third book in the series. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say I'm bad with series, but like kind of like I read the first two and then I just like, I can't be stuck with it. So I need to like read other things and experience other things. So I'll get back to it, but I definitely want to read this. It will get done at some point. When, I don't know. All right. Then we have Help Me Remember by Corinne Michaels. I love this book. I love Corinne Michaels' writing. I need to read more from her, and I'm excited to do that. She is like, I don't know if she's similar to Catherine Cowles. I need to read Catherine Cowles soon as well, experience that whole journey. I know Hello Lovely is coming out with a box with her again for fall, so I hope that I can get that. I know that they're like sold out so fast, so hopefully that happens for me. But anyways, Yeah, loved Help Me Remember by Corinne Michaels. It's a small town, like suspenseful amnesia type of romance, and it was twisty and fun and had an explosive ending that like would directly lead into the next book in that series. So when I'll get to that, I don't know. Next book on my Kindle is Home Game by Odette Stone, and this fully and completely is because of Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl. She is obsessed with this. It's a baseball romance. It looks adorable, sounds adorable, the cover's hot. I'm sold. Have I read it yet? No. Next on my Kindle is Parallel by Elle O'Rourke, or Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is a paranormal, I guess. Not paranormal? I guess. It's like a time travel-y, genre-bending suspense mystery romance, like epic romance that spans lifetime. It's a wild ride. It was excellently written in my opinion, and I would highly recommend it. It's giving vibes of The Lake House with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves, if you've ever seen that movie. Yeah, I loved it. Next we have Eyes on Me by Sarah Kate. This is the third. Oh crap. There's Praise, Eyes on Me, Give Me More. No, Eyes on Me is the second one. Second book in the Salacious Players Club series. I'm not going there. Everybody's talked about it. I've talked about it a million times. I absolutely love this one. It was my favorite. Then we have My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. This one was kind of a disappointment for me. It was like a lackluster romance mystery. The cover is absolutely adorable, and I like that I have it on my shelves. I didn't love the story though. Then we have Emma Scott's Between Hello and Goodbye, and I talked about this on my last video. I absolutely love this book. It tore my heart to shreds and pieced it back together. It's adorable, Hawaii setting, firefighter guy, high-powered female character. Love it. Then I have Twisted Games on here by Anna Huang. I just finished this one recently after I read Twisted Love. I was like, okay, let's give the series a chance. Let's read Twisted Games, see how I feel. Not a fan. Sorry. I know that so many people love this, and I definitely enjoyed it way more than Twisted Love because I didn't like Twisted Love at all, but ugh, I don't know. I might have to come back to it. Maybe I'm just not in the mood for that. Then I read King Sized, and this again was because of Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl, and I loved it. It was adorable. Plus size male character, which we don't see a lot, is a princess turned queen and her bodyguard, so really cute. And a novella, so really easy and quick to get through. Then we're on the last three. Then we have June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. So I want to read more from her because I absolutely adore and love Still Beating, and I also read Lotus, which I also love. She writes like kind of more unique, I'd say, romances with like a darker edge to them. Definitely sad, but so if you're in the mood, I would highly recommend either Still Beating or, you know, Lotus. And I've heard nothing but good things about June 1st, so I'm really excited to get into it. But I haven't read it yet, but it's downloaded. It's here. It's waiting for me. Then we have Karen Slaughter's Girl Forgotten. I haven't read this yet. However, I am going to be doing a video next month that this will be for, so I can't wait. And then lastly, I have Tease on here, which is a part of her Melanie Harlow's Cloverleaf Farm series, which I've read a couple books from, and I absolutely adore them both. I love her writing, and I'm really excited to read Tease. However, I did see, sorry, there was a fruit fly. I did see that it's like a billionaire one, so we'll see how I feel. I don't necessarily love the billionaire thing, but it's usually it like equals BDSM, and I'm just like, I don't know, like played out, but we'll see. Guys, that's it for everything I have on my Kindle, and I hope that I've helped you understand like why it's so worth it to have a Kindle. I hope that you enjoyed seeing all the books I have on my Kindle. It's fully maxed out, as you can tell. I probably should unload some of the books that I've read and, you know, don't need anymore, especially the ones that I actually have physical copies of, so that would be a good idea. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, bye.